Yeah. All right, so you can be the vouch for all the hungry people out there, and
Oh yeah,
yeah, we'll continue. We're gonna go on first map, Night Market. We see spec training. There is some commotion on
there's
stage.
people.
Yeah,
They're raiding the stage right now.
I'm not really sure what's going. I mean, there's a lot of people who are hungry, just like you said. They're hungry
Yeah,
for
yeah.
photos.
I think
You
they're
know,
hungry to see this game too.
yeah, hungry like nephew. You know what I mean?
Maybe one
Yeah.
might say. I actually never heard that saying before. Where'd you get that one from?
You never heard of hungry like nephew? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know who those guys are.
Yeah, I
They're
have no
probably
clue
not
either.
very good if I don't remember them.
Probably. Yeah, you're gonna make them a little sad though if you keep saying that. So,
Oh, sad, like boys? Would you say?
I mean, I think they're all boys. They might be men, but
Oh, I don't know.
sad boys a little better at
Maybe boys self-proclaimed. You know what I'm saying? They're
self-proclaimed.
being
Yeah.
humble.
Boys being boys. Yeah. All right, so we're back. We see spec training and
Timeless.
timeless. Yeah. How do you feel about this? We see some IME ban. We see X ban.
Well, I see that OT got Vice, and that
Yeah.
Vice character a little good on spec start.
Yeah.
Hungry Boy is also definitely the one piloting it. I say, wait, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Joker. I think Joker Estelle here.
Oh wait, they're double midfielding it.
Yeah.
This is
So
very interesting.
they actually just came off of that comp against oncoming traffic, and they had a pretty handy win on Night Market as well. Obviously the start's a little different here, but I don't think Vice is complaining about spec trading.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to be playing, I guess, pretty heavy into damage, right?
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
absolutely.
Okay, I was going to say maybe do move forward. I was going to get excited.
No, I mean,
No.
it's as planned as last game, and against them we see 3Z and the Fool playing the little more standard comp with a normal brawler with an era. We see how it goes. So yeah, tell me a little bit more about these comps going on.
Well, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what they're cooking up with the double midfield on Night Market specifically. It's not a crazy damage start, at least for like Estelle. Like obviously with the Vice spec training is going to be fantastic. But I assume they're going to try and go for a damage-based game plan. Try and maybe get and then run some good offense, like good pass offense. I'm not entirely sure if I'm reading that properly, but who knows? I feel like I know Hungry Boy pretty well. That's probably what he's going for.
Yeah, I mean, this Vice is doing mega amounts of damage. 3Z immediately has to burn that flip to respect. But to be fair, it is Soonpolar Cortex who has the one barrier left. The Fool doing his best to hold on to it, and even gets the second flip out of Hungry Boy this time. Luke still holding on to the flip, a threatening Maelstrom, but it's going to be pretty good so far. And the Joker, there we go, equalizing the barrier count for overtime. And the Fool is there in position. The Joker threatening with that Estelle in the midfield, just complete control of that Night Market gates, but not if 3Z Breezy collapses just like that. Luke has to use the Token Fortress, but the Flame Flurry is going to hold a wonky angle. Isn't able to get the gates. Joker going to contest the Fool there, but the Astral Projection enough to save the goal for now. The Fool holding on to flip. Both goalies actually have flips, so we might see a few more sequences. We might get a long game here. A weird off of that, but there we go. That's what the Fool was holding on to that flip all this time for 3Z Breezy. Trying to set up for a dash punch, but the core is going a little too fast in overtime here, Alex.
It's getting a little scary, and Era not known for being able to respond very quickly. Can't just teleport onto the core.
That makes sense. Yeah, Joker just rose warping right there, just threatening like that. A has to just kind of walk. I mean, he can walk a little faster though with that secondary, which is exactly what they're gonna do. But the Crystal Thorns coming out from the Joker. Great start for overtime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's working. What do you say about this double midfield now?
Yeah, I mean, clearly we're up a point right now. It can't be that bad. It probably plays pretty well into the Julie as well, something I've been pondering here. You don't really have to get super close to the core to be threatened to be KO'd by Dash Punch. You just hang out.
Makes a lot of sense.
Oh, and Vice also plays fantastic into Julie as well with the spec training. You read a Dash Punch, Julie's the one who perishes, not you.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, Vice immediately online round one. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I mean, then Luke just jumping in there with the core flip. Unfortunately, the core does slip through, and now 3Z and A just in position with the Night Market gates. But Joker this time is going to get it. The Fool does give him the old runaround and an Astral Projection coming out. The Fool is the one with the core flip now, but Luke is just coming up trying to set up with his double midfield comp here. The gates were open. Hungry Boy takes it. A in control, though. Make sure that the rotations aren't as easy, and doesn't have a teleport, but Era does move mighty fast, and if anyone can pilot Era, this is going to be a master class here. Gates are up. A is going to take it. Luke just Token Fortressing out just for safe measure. Rose Warp onto A, who answers back with a primary of their own. But yeah, this double midfield comp controlling from overtime coming out as the core goes faster. We're going to be in a long match, it looks like, Alex.
Oh yeah, melee goalies. You know what I'm saying? Great
Yeah.
defense. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of long games today. And it's kind of a wonder that you're still hungry for more. I'd be pretty full, but there you go with a nice dash punch coming out. Luke did also use his flip, so this is the full potentially able to just turn the core with a speedy rotation, and 3Z Breezy trying to position with A, even gets Night Market gaze, but the Joker once again sniping it from the full, who wasn't able to react.
What a find too.
Yeah, great find there. I mean, it's definitely have to adjust here. Soon Portal Cortex, I'm not sure how much experience they have with double midfields this tournament, but it looks like they're going to need to adjust a little bit. What kind of things do you think they can do, Alex?
It's going to be tough. I mean, definitely keeping it towards that pocket and really trying to force that like Julie pressure for dash punch, and playing around the fact that their team, like if they wide clear it, there's going to be a lot of projectiles coming their way. The Crystal Thorns, the Power Cord, who knows what else.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, like Joker just wonderful dribble off the top corner into the piercing shot, and yeah, they're gonna have to adjust fast. They're gonna have to isolate these midfielders one by one and take them out, keep the core in the corner like you said. But for now, we see Joker rewarded with an amazing set of awakenings here at the start.
Oh god, what have you just done? We're blind. Stream, we're blind.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back. I can see again.
So I can't hold tab. We're good. Estelle does pick up hot shot over primetime. Vice gets primetime now. I mean, can you tell us about any key awakenings in this draft, Alex?
1-2 is gone.
1-2 is gone.
Big deal.
Let's
But
get 1-2.
not going for a rush on the Julie here. Very interesting. I thought that'd be like almost like a no-brainer. Try and scale later into the game. Maybe get a little bit of power behind it. But maybe just thinking that the dash punch isn't gonna come out here with the ranged presence of the double midfield.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's just like you said, right? They don't have to get as close. And oh, what a great find from 3Z. He's going to pay for that with his life, though. Hungry Boy is angry. And now the barrier count is equalized once again. A trying to stay in between, cut the passes they do, but the gates. Hungry Boy gives them the juke. And the piercing shot from the Joker gets between A and the full. And now it's Luke with the hot dog with the Tofu Fortress coming up. Hungry Boy gets the gates once again. And A, the Maelstrom goes awry. Great back pass to the full, though. I mean, you can see how much in sync Soon Polar Cortex is. And now both teams have the gate open. 3Z dashes in, but Luke counters with the log. A looking mighty low, but the full is going to heal him right back up. And both teams are really wanting to win this, but right now it looks like A kind of getting beaten around, and they're getting out-brawled by the double midfield comp. But this Maelstrom might change things. Hungry Boy and the Joker waited out. They have a lot of energy and contesting the orb there. And now Hungry Boy was using the flip in the corner to full, able to answer with an expanse of his own, and a nice strike shot attempt. And A is covering, but the Crystal Thorns once again. The Joker has an answer for everything.
And that's that wide play I was talking about. If we can just go around the fool, that expanse doesn't really matter very much, does it?
Yeah, it's crazy, and yeah, like 3Z hasn't been able to find the KOs on Night Market. I mean, Julie traditionally a very feared brawler here, but Hungry Boy and the Joker just running around this Julie right now. And once again, we see a lot of damage hopped on. 3Z did pick up an orb though, and 3Z is with a core flip, so we might pressure Luke into a reaction here. There we go, immediately the core flip kind of coming out, but the full
nice barrier. Once
again, yeah, great barrier find from the Joker with the Crystal Thorns again. I am going to be so scared once the Joker gets some cooldowns up. Hungry Boy defending, but there we go, 3Z, he saved this core flip for this time, and a wonderful dash punch follow-up once again, an open net from both sides. This game is super close, and the full just core flipping it over, but the double midfield just holding it down, just keeping the pressure on Soon Polar Cortex, and nice block from 3Z into Crystal Thorns, just lets the full get the strike war win. And A trying to rotate up. The Maelstrom, I think, is going down. Yeah, and once again, just the battlefield for Era, it keeps changing, and what she can't commit to a direction with a Maelstrom right now. The full and A doing a wonderful job holding even weights out that piercing shot. Great patience, but Luke just doing a lot of, but there we go. 3Z punching it through with a dash punch, and finally we see some signs of life from Soon Polar Cortex.
What a great showing from him that point, too. It's so hard to flip so close to one barrier and still maintain to get the second without a little bit of team play, and he did it all himself. He was crawling in that corner.
Yeah, I mean, the quality of the teams at Reach the Summit has been very high, and that was almost a great save by the full. Unfortunately, does lose the barrier. Nice lineup from the Joker into Hungry Boy Supernova. A is close to a flip. Luke is there. Expanse immediately comes out. Great respect from the full, and that's going to let them keep control. A immediately knocked off the field. The full read it, but it's just a little bit too late. But the astral projection, though, is going to be amazing. But now it's going to be a power play situation for this double midfield overtime comp. The Joker is low with no matter, and the power core almost gets it, but the full reacts just in time. 3Z once again almost at energy. He's gonna use up some abilities to get that now, and I think he's just 1 or 2 strikes away from getting it. A really wants to link it to 3Z. Breezy wants to feed it to that Juliet, and Mindful not out clearing from the full, just wants to punch it through, and they certainly do have the skills to do it. A lining it up, but the piercing shot is going to get it out. A nice dash in, and that supernova is going to hurt 3Z quite a bit, and now Crystal Thorns threatening the life of 3Z Breezy. Luke is going to just save his flip, let Juliet live, but this does mean that 3Z is going to be still out of action. There we go. He's going it. He wiggles out of the log, and once again trying to use the Night Market Gates to dodge everything and get into a better position. He's all healed up now. The full wonderful out clear this time, and the Tofu 3Z was mindful of it, and he does like a top diagonal pass instead of just going straight ahead. But once again, it's overtime. Once again, we're in, and the barrier. It's slipping, Alex. We're seeing some chinks into armor, but not like that. Goodness. Joker's Crystal Thorns.
These Crystal Thorns have been scoring. Like barriers, goals, anything you want. And unfortunately, the Fool had flip. This is the second time the core has slid right past him. Not ready, not willing to burn that meter.
Yeah, I mean, how is this Crystal Thorns mechanic working? Why is the Fool losing so many strike wars against this?
I'm honestly not sure. I actually do have a theory. He might not be used to playing on such low ping. That he might be striking preemptively, as opposed to if he was playing like some nice little solo queue, little competitive on like 60.
Okay.
I could see myself doing the exact same thing. In fact, when I was playing Rune just a little bit earlier, I would pillar too early because I'm used to having to, like predict a little bit harder just with that on that 60 ping. So that could be what's going on here.
That is a wild theory, and I'm here for it, Alex, because 3Z just got a great pick onto Hungry Boy, and this is exactly what Soonpolar Cortex needs to pile on pressure onto Luke. He might need to burn Flip here. Great rotation, has to burn Flip, and A coming in, trying to team up with 3Z Breezy, but the power play does end here. Hungry Boy is back with a vengeance. Look at that Thunderstruck, forcing A to use his evade, and now it's against a spec training bias. That's a really scary moment for Era. Even there, Joker coming in with the piercing shot, just sniping.
Oh my, he
like
finds
the
it.
Greatest stealth. And oh my gosh, finds a route around the expanse. The Fool has a giant expanse thanks to the timeless, but still they find a way around, and this is some masterful control here from Overtime. And once again, we see Overtime. We're going fast, and with Joker coming in, Rose Warp, the
Nice
Fool.
flip.
Yeah, great flip from the Fool here, but we have double core flip situation here from Overtime. Hungry Boy uses one immediately, I think respecting 3D's dash punch here, but oh my gosh, a follow-up from the Joker gets the Era off the field here. I mean, Alex, they just need to come back, but Era's just continues to get shot.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really have a lot of ways of indirectly interacting with the core. That arrow beam is better spent potentially shrinking other targets, but there's no brawler target here either.
Yeah, who do you shrink?
Hey, frankly, oh wow. I mean, disastrous.
That was unfortunate. The momentum just stopped on its tracks. Obviously, the game though, the round itself, like every point, it seems like Overtime has a real handle on it though. So it's really up to Soonpolar Cortex to make the most out of this, because they got a huge break just now. 3Z coming in with the Flame Flurry, and he also has the core flip. The Joker does use a Crystal Thorns, but that Hungry Boy's power chord actually gets that core away from him, and the Fool has to burn an expanse, but also loses a barrier, so barrier count is equalized. A trying to rotate around with the Night Market Gates, and there we go, great flip from 3Z. Angle slightly too far down though, and Luke doesn't die. Oh, and there we go, the Fool, great save onto A. 3Z and A both have really low energy, but no matter.
Luke, resources.
Yeah, low on resources, but gets the barrier. Luke is almost at core flip, and it's gonna be a really scary. Joker looks for a snipe, fails, so that's Estelle out of gas in the tank. Hot Dog comes back just in time for Luke, and I think Luke is going to get. Oh yeah, nice immediate core flip, but 3Z punches it through, and there we go. They get the chance they've been given, and they make the most of it.
Absolutely, and what a comeback! It was looking a little grim in the early half of that set.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy, and you can hear the fans of Soonpolar Cortex going wild in the background as we see 3Z. Maybe this is any of these awakenings a big break that he needs?
Potentially some stagger might be helpful here. I respect the extra special. I just realized the denial. Definitely still looking very good for Era potentially down the line here. We're gonna see the Estelle pick up the quick strike, which I've been a big fan this LAN, especially when you're on 20 ping. The strikes feel really good. Having them more often, I'm on board. And there's the for Era as expected.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, do you think any team got an edge on this draft? Because we were seeing Missile Pro Vice, but we also got Peak Era.
I think seeing extra special go away here to Soonpolar is really reassuring for them. They're not going to have to deal with that spec training Vice every point.
Yeah, absolutely. So we see Siege Machine on the Atlas as well, and maybe the Fool can use that to, you know, buff his astral projections a little bit. Misses the strike shot, but in there in time, and what a roll from Luke. But A just coming in and poking the second barrier down. Joker coming in though, great expanse, preemptive use of the expanse, but it looks like there's a lot of pressure on this barrier, but they hold the Thunderstruck actually not quite in sync, but another hold. There we go, the Fool's adjusting to the ping potentially, and now wins against the Crystal Thorns time and time again. 3Z coming in.
Oh my goodness,
Great
here they come.
Kills Luke, gets the goal. Stone Polar Cortex coming back.
It's so scary when they're that close together and they're coming at super speed. There's only so much you can do, and look at that specialized training plus extra special. He's already got it back. 3Z's ready to swing again.
Yeah, it's, they're piling on the momentum here. A great shrink into the Maelstrom. Finally, the core is kind of being kept in a corner, and they're rotating on their own terms when the gate's up, when they're ready to use it. And a great follow-up from 3Z, keeping the Joker low, keeping him honest. He's rotating around the gates, but the action's a little too far right now, and the projection just buffeting him away. And there we go. Soon Polar Cortex have found the break. 3Z has core flip. Hungry Boy answering back. He has his own core flip as well off of that power core. Joker looking dangerously low, though, and he's just getting buffeted away. And once 3Z gets that Flame Flurry, it's going to be easy to find to confirm. Joker does come back, gets the orb, though. Yeah, and here they come. Hungry Boy just setting up, trying to make space for his team. 3Z coming in with the Flame Flurry. No on the flip trigger, though. And nice save from Luke.
Oh, Maelstrom setup.
Yeah, the Maelstrom setup with the donuts. Gets it away, does Hungry Boy, and a great usage of the power core. 3Z does use that flip for a kill. Power play denied on the side of overtime, and this is not how they want these sets to be going. They want to maintain that early lead and try to get away with it. But right now, A is just poking. 3Z gets the gates coming in, rotation, but the Joker's back. Power play is ended. A just controlling the Night Market gates. Great wait by the Fool, who has a flip as well. And now the core, once again, such speed. Luke is holding everything though, but a miss on the corner means that 3Z will find it. And soon Polar Cortex, suddenly, they made some kind of change, Alex. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, the momentum's just swinging in their favor. I want to see overtime answer back sooner. This could be a graphic next set.
Yeah, it's I feel like is a Brawler era comp better in this? Oh my goodness, double barrier. And we might see a quick second set, gets it into
oh my
Tofu.
Goodness,
It's a great hold from Tofu's gonna stay there.
Tragic.
Timeless Creator biting him is a double-edged sword there.
His own worst enemy.
My goodness, Zoom Polar Cortex has some fans in the crowd right now.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's
look
Surplus, but
yeah.
these awakenings here.
Surplus may be carrying it all by himself right now.
Yeah.
A lot of size to pick from here. Interested if we'll see bulk up or we'll go for size with the Mighty Colossus. Yep, Mighty Colossus with size. Stagger Swagger would be a pretty decent pickup for the era as well. Just gets to ignore all this range damage, and look at that. I'm going to be honest, I think this is a nightmare draft for overtime. I'm not seeing any super strong awakenings that they're going to be able to pick up for themselves. Maybe a little bit of like Mayor action we could get later on. Not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, that does look like a really strong pickup from Soon Polar Cortex. I mean, A has been ruling the midfield for the past set, and it looks like he might continue that dominance. Me Tofu just coming out from Luke. 3Z trying to get in on the action, but the core is pushing away. Hungry Boy, great push onto A, but he is going to get that orb and come back straight back into the action. A great rotation from the Joker, followed up by Hungry Boy's Thunderstruck, and it looks like they're going to switch places just now, but the Fool uses the protection, and dashes collide, but it looks like Soon Polar Cortex is going to come out victorious here. Barrier down, 3Z, great rotation, great find. And the Joker looking dangerously low. He has no evade, and A is just going to beam him. He's slow now, and 3Z almost has core flip now. Hungry Boy just getting in between. Great flying from Hungry Boy as well, but the Joker getting buffeted by the expanse. This is looking really scary. And now, oh, he was so close to death. He was seeing his relatives or something, but then 3Z finds the core flip. Great dash in from Luke. Luke is going to get a core flip potentially, and he has it. There we go. And the Joker trying to run away, trying to buy time, trying to buy space. Hungry Boy finds that space, sorely needed, and the Fool core flip just for good measure. But now overtime isn't going to let them get away with it that easily. He has a dodge, but the supernova from Hungry Boy.
Beautiful stuff. And I mean, I'll be honest, even though they managed to pick up the point there, the pressure's been suffocating on the other side. Such speed, such KO from the Julie. And even the Atlas great on defense. It just seems like there's no great answer.
Yeah, it looked really rough there for a bit, but they did find the points, and that's what matters. Because Soon Polar Cortex, that's what happened to them just last set, right? God-given, point, and then they just ran away with it. Luke here with the only core flip in the lobby, opting to just waited out, using the Tofu Fortress in the midfield, giving their double midfield some time to move forward. And Hungry Boy, there we go, Night Market Gates rotated, immediately slowed by A though, and 3Z, what a dash punch find, and A is going to be right there, but not if the Joker has anything to say about that. But the Fool has some amazing holds and uses the expanse now into Night Market Gate contestant. 3Z Breezy wins once again. The Thunderstruck not quite in time, but now Hungry Boy is setting up there, and they have to respect it. If there's one thing they have to respect in this lobby, it's going to be that Vice Supernova here. Crystal Thorns goes right from the Joker. Hungry Boy and Luke trying to clear it out and retake control, and there we go, dashing in, and a piercing shot, nice, but the Fool does dodge the core, so it's not both players hit situation. Maelstrom coming out, but we see the Tofu Fortress just to answer it, and masterful defense on both teams right now as they hold on for dear life on their last barrier. 3Z beating out the core flip out of the Joker using his Flame Flurry. But once again, we reach overtime, and a dash from 3Z Breezy. It's the promised land here from Soon Polar Cortex. The core goes fast, and they can buffet it through. Missed Astral Projection, but the Fool gets it still. What a great goalie. A power play, though, on the side of overtime. This means the Joker can set up great expanse, full size. Gonna last a long time. 3Z with the core flip has plenty of time to stall. 4 seconds, it comes back. A is gonna come back, and it's gonna be power point ended. But Hungry Boy keeps it in, wins the strike, uses a flip, setting up with the Joker, but great Maelstrom from A, just denies any momentum, and 3Z coming in, forcing Luke to use his Tofu Fortress, and the Night Market Gates once again win. The Fool biding some time, using Astral Projection. It's overtime, so the core goes so fast on these, and what a wonderful read dash from Luke, coming in with the energy, and nice rotation around the expanse as well. And the Fool is looking low, but the Maelstrom's going to carry it all the way back. Luke just trying to not die, hold his core flip, because it's going to be so important now. Hungry Boy and the Joker both playing defense just to make sure that the President Dubu is safe and can hold the core flip. Hungry Boy rolling, Luke rolling into 3Z Breezy, going to heal right back up with the Atlas though, and 3Z trying to get a nice spine. Luke rotates it around, and we're trying to see, and finally the second barrier falls, and it looks like a dangerous time for both teams now. 3Z can't just, another bounce off the Tofu Fortress. It was calculated. Luke finally uses that core flip he's been holding on for so long, and it's such a crucial time. 3Z, nice corner offense, but the core's going a little too fast. A nice rotate through the Night Market Gates, but Hungry Boy was there with their Thunderstruck, and the Joker rose warping through, and finally the Crystal Thorns find their mark.
Wow, what a point. I will also say that that's like the type you want to see in a situation like this. Both melee goalies really holding for a long time. A nice little overtime presence for both teams. And frankly, I think that should theoretically favor Soon Polar here, considering that some of the abilities of some of the abilities of overtime have a little bit more wind up to them. But yeah, as I say that, they don't want to play overtime. They just want this over with.
Yeah, if we're losing in overtime, guys, we just win. We'll get Hungry Boy in there. We'll get him using that Supernova, and we see heavy impact Vice immediately hovered over, and this is going to look pretty rough. But what does the options look like here for Soon Polar as well?
Well, let's see. I think definitely a spark. Well, it's hard to deny both sparks from the Dubu here, especially after the Twin Drive Atlas. There's no way to deny it. I wonder if you're going to take one away. No, you're just going to opt to take the CTL from Era. Not going to be a lot for Julie at the end here. Just probably like unstoppable, unfortunately. And frankly speaking, that was a stellar draft for overtime. I think that Soon Polar is going to have a lot harder time at this point.
Yeah, one thing that I want to ask you about, Alex, is that Era did not take Monumentalist there. Is it just because there's a Timeless Creator pick already?
That may very well be the case. I also just think it was probably just a little bit scared to see Dubu with such low cooldowns. Probably already having a little bit of a hard time scoring, and keeping it on their side. They want to make sure that they can take advantage of that window that they have where Dubu just doesn't have an ability to just shut them down.
I see, yeah, and yeah, I mean, A has been doing great with the size of Mindstorm, and great back pass into the Fool, who does get it out. 3Z using the Flame Flurry right back, getting it right back into the action, but the Luke holds, and it's been an amazing rotation out from Hungry Boy, gets it and passes it, and the Joker uses Crystal Thorns, messes up the Fool a little bit, and now they get their own barrier, the Maelstrom pushing through, and 3Z rotating through the Night Market Gates, and the Tofu Force coming out. A loses a Strike Ward though against the Hungry Boy, and great piercing shot from the Joker. Oh, but amazing Supernova from Hungry Boy, gets a pick, and now it's overtime's turn to wreak havoc on the backlines. The Fool and A holding wonderfully, getting such maximum value, but the piercing shot, everyone just lined up, and it's gonna be overtime that comes out ahead.
And that's the core flip classic. We flip it, we wait for it to just barely expire, and then slowly cruise it in.
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing how much brawling that this double midfield comp has been doing here. And, oh, the Joker even dodging 3Z's nice little dash punch there. Great look, but the Joker is there. Nice piercing shot to stun, but doesn't get the barrier off of it. Luke is just walking up all the way, believing in Hungry Boy to get the rear, and 3Z is stuck. 3Z is stuck.
Oh my goodness.
And Atlas saves 3Z. And Luke's log does go awry, and Hungry Boy, nice supernova once again, and this fight seems to have cooldowns for days, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show you that it would be really bad news if that CD Spark had managed to make it all the way to Luke. It would have been more cooldowns all around, not even just the hamster.
Yeah, Luke is playing so confident right now, just taking the night market gates, rolling on the members of Zoom Polar Cortex and Joker and 3Z, just having a little tussle at the top, and a great push from A. Luke saves the popsicle bounce. It was a little weird, but there we go. Great redirect from the Joker, but equally answering with the astral projection. And once again, 3Z getting sent halfway across the map by Hungry Boy, and Luke is just sharking around. If you get there, it's gonna... Oh, the Rose Warp, though. Wow, 3Z is just out of play, and overtime, they're looking to get away with it. They're on match point.
Yeah, very scary stuff. Energy economy looks in their favor as well. Luke, the only one who's looking a little bit frail there, but if they just run this point really quick, I'm not gonna have to worry.
I mean, did you see that strike shot from the Fool? The Fool is on top of it, but even so, yeah, Hungry Boy and Joker getting it through. A just healed back up, and this could be the break that they need because A did get the night market gate rotation. 3Z does lose a strike war. It was a 1v2 though, to be fair, and this is such a hard way to rotate, but A does find that angle, gets it around the secondary of the Vice, but Joker has core flip now. A just barely has an evade. And nice rotate, nice punch from 3Z. 3Z and A trying to keep it in this corner that they desperately need to do. But once again, the core slips through. The Fool even uses their strike shot, but it was going to be rough. Great expanse from the Fool. I mean, the Fool has been wonderful defense, but the Joker is just finding these slight tight angles, and now is looking to see an OT victory here as we see the Fool, the backline gone, and Joker gets it around A. And overtime, I'm so impressed right now. This was Zoom Polar Cortex's map choice.
Oh yeah, and unfortunately, their Demon Deus, I've heard myths. So, unfortunately, the Fool with great defense, but you can't defend if you're not alive, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, just major props to all the players here. I do want to say, I mean, look, the Fool had 121 saves. Like, he was getting shot halfway across the map, right on top, but he's been holding on like a champ. Unfortunately, not quite there. But, I mean, yeah, double midfield comp, it's working out, Alex.
It really is, and frankly, I think that it did its job, too. You see that Zoro had to save so much, or the Fool, forgive me. He had to save so much, and that's the power of the double midfield. The core control was just so in their favor throughout the entire game, and the damage, too. They get so much passive chip damage as they try and struggle against that midfield presence.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, wonderful plays once again coming in from overtime. They're really showing that double midfield pressure. Next map is actually overtime's pick, but this is Demon Days. And I don't think we're going to see double midfield. Surely not on Demon Days, right?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, if the other team's going to build another team composition around Era, I think we could actually see a double midfield again. Frankly, I think that might be the original reason why they picked it. I know that Joker doesn't enjoy being shrunk perma, so I'm kind of right there with him. In fact, I'm more of the person who likes doing the shrinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Joker have some impressive plays with Asher tonight, and I bet yeah, if A just picked Era, he was gonna perma shrink Joker, and you don't want to be an Asher brawler when you got an Era right on your tail. So
yeah, Asher and X, they're not big fans.
Yeah, but they did. I will say they did almost completely erase A from that moment here, and.
That's going to be a violent game we're about to watch.
Yeah, I mean, a return of the Vice, surely it's going to be a ban, right? But the Zoom Polar Cortex has blue team.
I mean, if Vice goes, I mean, probably Finny goes as well. I think you might have to let Luna through here, if you want my honest opinion. You definitely don't want Finny,
okay.
I think.
Not on DD.
Yeah, probably not on DD. The other tricky part is if you're a damage goalie, you're not going to do very well against Finny special.
Yeah,
probably not.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Luna can handle it, though. I think Luna could be a valid pick for the net, too. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, A has A has been trying to make Arrow work. He has been trying to make Arrow work. He has made it work a few times, but I think we're gonna have to see him on some kind of damage at least this time, surely, right? I mean, heavy impact Arrow is okay, but
Yeah, I think it'd be a foolish decision at this point, with both of these awakenings being as strong as they are, to not partake in at least utilizing a little bit of it. The damage end, perhaps.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, both teams surely have a lot on their minds right now, but what do you think is going to be a pick? Let's say assuming pick one is going to be the Luna, right? What does red team have to answer?
That's a very good question. This is honestly a disastrous brawler start. I think you probably have to go. Maybe you're looking for Juliet, right? Uses the heavy impact pretty well here. Potentially, maybe even X. Like you could
X?
use a little bit of the impact, right?
What
And
about
probably
Zentaro?
Zentaro, that's true, but I almost expected to see it be taken away with a ban too as well.
Both Finny and Luna live.
Yeah, at this point, I'm very curious. Yeah, Zentaro could be a good option. When there's a lot of damage flying around, though, that could be pretty scary.
Yeah.
He's not known for having some meat on his bones, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
Low stagger pool.
I mean,
I can't really make any predictions until I see the first pick here. I imagine that OT might want the Finny. I know Luke was playing some Finny on this map earlier, I believe.
Luna picked up by Soonpolar Cortex, but this wasn't an immediate pickup as opposed to OT taking Finny and Aimi just like that. They were waiting. Whatever's left, we're going to take it. And so
I
there we
believe
go.
that's going to be the 3Z on the Luna as well, knowing him. I think he's a really big fan. They could obviously just pick up Zentaro and throw him on it, but I have a feeling he wants that for himself. He wants his highlight reel.
Yeah, Zentaro did slip through, and Zentaro heavy impact is dangerous. So we're seeing a little bit of deliberation. We see the Drakkar actually.
Oh my goodness.
And Rasmus, no Zentaro to be seen, but it could be Zentaro here. So it could be Zentaro, Aimi, Finny,
Juliet
from Overtime.
Yeah, I think that's a solid lineup. I'm a big fan. I really like Drakkar on this map. I think he's really great at taking the initial two barriers.
Right.
The only issue is everything after that. He's not really he doesn't have a great presence once the barriers drop and the map really opens up. I think that Luna, on the other hand, has great wide clear coverage, so perhaps potentially like a really good composition being built here. And the Rasmus with a nice backbone there, a little bit of hit stun.
Always nice to have a Rasmus.
Absolutely.
I do think this might be a game of surviving against Aimi and Finny though, and it could potentially be really disastrous if they get into stagger. Juliet has a really nice confirm right with the flame flurry.
Absolutely. Something that Vaughn and I have mentioned in the past is that Drakkar gets bullied really bad by range damage.
Right.
And he again is another character that doesn't have like great opportunities to not like interact with the core and still have impact. He has to be close, and he unfortunately gets hit quite a bit when he does. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how Drakkar weaves in and out of all this damage and sees if he can get like good value and survive in the meantime. So
does this Drakkar midfield or?
I actually yes. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah.
I was making a lot of assumptions, but I assume that we wouldn't see Erasmus midfield. I hope not, at least.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It is a 3Z Luna, and great start from the Drakkar as well, just getting it through Luke. And Luke and the Fool both have been some impenetrable walls here, and it's DD, so there's a lot of damage going out, especially with heavy impact Deadeye start. But yeah, and great damage. I used A immediately using his level 2 skill, his spike. But unfortunately, both the Joker and Hungry Boy are going to just kind of heal back and answer back with their barrier of their own. And now Hungry Boy, Aimi turret as well, but also equally as well answered by Soonpolar Cortex and a dash punch from the Joker. But 3Z just sniping the core, and that's going to be what gets the point.
Yeah, and you know he loves this Luna. You know he's confident, and you see those pummelers. He's looking to get violent, too.
Oh, you're right.
He's not looking for that Mag Soul's core control. Miss me with that. I'm trying to hurt people.
Yeah, they're returning the damage back here. And Luke is also just walking up so confident with the Finny. I mean, it's a lot of gumption, a lot of bravery showing for both teams, but the Fool is going to take advantage of that. Nice pendulum swing going in, getting it around the Joker. And Aimi, though, just coming in with the glitch pop. Nice cyber swap with the turret coming up, but A just gets it out so easily, seemingly. And Luke and Hungry Boy on the back foot as 3Z just looking for another snipe, another missile, another nuke potentially, and almost getting it out with the pummelers, but the Fool reacts wonderfully and even denies the Juliet. The orb, A just popped from downtown, and there we go, the kill confirmed from the Joker. I mean, the Joker and Hungry Boy looking really low, who uses a flip to create a lot of that space, and Hungry Boy looking a little low. He's going to get that orb, though, and 3Z, unfortunately, wasn't able to get him in time to pull with the core flip, though. He's going to able to save it, but not like that. What a great find off of the Aimi turret as well. And the A is back, so the power play has ended. And yeah, Polar Cortex looking really good at the start right now.
Absolutely. A lot of damage being flung around, but no decisive points scored on either side. Unfortunately, it looks like overtime is looking like a little worse for wear with their barrier down, and Joker's not looking healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Fool can constantly just punch this Juliet with the whiplash, with the pendulum swing, with the hooks just like that. And the Joker, if he gets too close to the Fool right now at this moment, yeah, he has to respect the core flip here, but does get a kill confirm onto 3Z Breezy's Luna, who just silently is dying on the other side of the field. And I feel like that's what's going to happen a lot this map, just both teams forwards just dying silently across the field and somehow finding confirms. But yeah, the Joker and Hungry Boy passing back between each other, buying time for Joker to get his health up and finally can contest that Rasmus hook. And great dash punch immediately, and even wary, and a great redirect from the Joker around the Fool.
Beautiful stuff right there. And it's very interesting. I really thought the Joker was going to be perishing at some point, pretty late into that point, but managed to actually find the KO himself.
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy how long the Joker lived, and even was able to serve a critical piece of Overtime's plan there. And unfortunately doesn't line up the core with the Flame Flurry. I think that might have been A's sneaky doing. A nice pull from the Fool, trying to confirm the Joker, but it paid. A is there acting wonderfully as the second goalie. 3Z looking low once again, has to wiggle out. Hungry Boy's cyber swipe clutches, but Joker punching the Fool, and now barrier open for Overtime. The Joker's looking mighty low though. The 3Z wonderful wiggling. Every ounce of damage is potentially life-threatening here for this Luna until some kind of Stagger Awakening's out at least. But for now, it's full punches thrown. Luke's walking up now. Big finish coming up. Core flip ready. Hungry Boy also core flip ready. Just a cyber swipe is all they need with this core flip. Just a glitch pop with the Joker's Flame Flurry is all they need. But the Bull just dodging, expert evade. Cyber swipe. Hungry Boy thought a little bit about the core flip. And 3Z, a slight off angle, I believe, didn't get the core in behind the barrier, but the Full and a wonderful defense until the Joker punches it through. Overtime take the lead.
Wow, and it looks like the energy economy is, again, in Overtime's favor. They're looking really good right now. And this is not a team I want to see scale, actually, if I'm Soon Polar. One of those creations could be really, really, really bad for them. A Monu Finny, maybe even a Timeless Aimi. Why not both?
Yeah, why not both? And I think I just saw a sneak peek of how 3Z was just dying secretly. He was just getting just few abilities, and immediately that Luna's gone. 3Z very bravely fighting against the brawler that is Joker here, but has to still get out of harm's way. Sniping Joker with a missile isn't gonna do damage. He needs to really survive. Nice dodge, but the Fool does lose the barrier while that is all going on, and Luke just walking up so confident. Great special from A is gonna get the core around, and 3Z great stun onto Luke, and he can do some damage of their own, but right now damage answered, and there you go, barrier count answered from Soon Polar Cortex, and nice core flip. 3Z unfortunately losing the strike war. The Joker wasn't pulled into Oblivion. The core instead was in control, and nice glitch pop awareness from the Fool, trying to get around with a big finish with Joker dash punch, but the Fool wins. But the core flip though, the Joker just gets it through, and Overtime leading. Absolutely.
And you gotta hope they get some stagger on the board here, because I think there's some more damage coming.
There's a lot of damage coming, and right now it's the Joker show. Yeah, Monu Timeless.
That one time when I mentioned those like two really funny awakenings?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're real funny when they're on screen together.
Yeah, I mean, they're funny when you're not on the receiving side of it, you know.
I wonder if he's going to wait to not pick any of the creations to try and give one to his Finny. I think he is, yeah. And they're going to get exactly what they want.
Both creations go Drakkar off sort of aerials instead.
I'm going to be honest with you, that might be one of the worst drafts I've ever seen.
In terms of someone made a mistake, or in terms of just like, look at all these
I think I would have denied one of the creations. I don't think aerials was that big of a deal, frankly. Clearly going to get some use out of it instantly here, but I have a feeling that this is not going to be fun for the Fool. He's going to be looking foolish.
This is not fun. 3's a great find, though.
That's Super Surge, right?
Yeah, it's coming out. I mean, if anyone got super strong here, it is 3Z Breezy. with that Super Surge. Luna is supposed to be reckoned with. Immediately gets the barrier open on that power play. A has to be running around though because he is looking mighty low. Great pendulum swing from the full as well as the hook. And oh! Through the Monumentalist beneath, a little bit of a oopsie from Luke, but Zoom Polar Cortex, again, that's the break they need.
Absolutely. He looking just like me out there on the Finny. I just can't help myself.
Oh, diamond moment. Yeah, okay, Hungry Boy, that's how it is. And, you know, that's how it is. And the Joker, nice strike wars, but they get it through the Aimi turret, and A is going to get kill confirmed here. 3Z, nice dash in, though. Looking a little more confident on the Luna, honestly, with the Super Surge pickup, but that's not enough to stop them. Nice. Nuke coming down, and they do have double core flip on the side of the pool, and 3Z, that Monumentalist Benito looking mighty scary as we see Rasmus taking the place. 3Z just has to use their core flip and boost out of there. Does get Hungry Boy on the upside though, and Joker is kind of beating up the full with the help of Hungry Boy, but both forwards on overtime looking really low, and the Orb Hungry 3Z and A do get out alive. Full looking really low though, and the Joker is going to kill confirm just like that, and Joker has core flip now, and oh, unfortunately the core goes back to the Joker, and Joker's not going to miss that. He's too good.
It's simply too easy, I think. There's so many different possibilities where he could shoot it, and A looked like he had no resources ready to answer.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, the Joker really looking strong. I was thinking, wow, the Fool's actually countering Julie really well, but the Joker's actually been beating up the Fool left and right here with the help of Hungry Boy, and nice rotation. Joker gets the first barrier of the this point. He has low energy though, so that's something, and A is shotgunning him down. Luke is walking up to the midfield. That triple take so oppressive. Joker finds the second barrier even as he is getting pummeled. He is looking really low though, but A also looking really low, and once again it's Joker who comes out ahead, and Joker once again who gets the core for a relocation into Zoom Polar Cortex's net.
And this is looking pretty suffocating. Honestly, scary. Like, there's just so many scenarios that just don't look good for Zoom right here. If you're by the wall, Julie gets so much value and pressure, and Finny can even drop the secondary by the wall to maintain core control. If you center it, there's tons of creations that could just slam it into both of your barriers. And I don't know where you take it. I guess you just pray you get the barriers early and keep them on defense.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in Zoom Polar Cortex's comeback potential. They have good mental, and they want to win. You can see like they haven't given up even after that disastrous draft situation. A and the full just rotating really well. A getting bought time for the orbs. Joker coming in though, threatening the dash punch. A has to give up that top corner, and the Joker is going to find a core flip though. Is held by the full, but no matter, the core just comes back anyway. Nice defensive nuke here from 3Z. Breezy lets the full heal up and beat up on the Joker, who has no evade by the way, but both A and 3Z unable to confirm, and that huge finish coming in with the dash. Oh, but Luke holds. I mean, this guy is so good, and the Joker once again on the winning side. This man never loses somehow, and a great cyber swipe follow-up from Hungry Boy calls the full out, but where do you clear as the Rasmus?
All options covered, it seems. Perhaps a Soren angle was in the cards, but even then it might have reached into the net. I'm really not sure, and I don't know if I want to see them get much stronger. This is graphic. A potential dash for the Aimi, quick strikes potentially. I bet you this is a good map for it. Lots of close quarters interactions. Let's see what he goes for. Missile prop away from the Luna. I kind of like it. I like it.
Yeah, I think they're in a good enough position, right, to take it a little safer.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And honestly, I do not think Finny having quick strikes is good news for them either. Something I might have taken away if I was the Luna there.
Yeah, I mean, 3Z taking glass cannon though, it might be scary, but how often is the 3Z getting beat right now?
I mean, often enough to make me question the pick, I would say.
I see.
I think maybe if he just hangs a little wide, right, potentially gets like, you know, a sneaky missile, sneaky dash, gonna have that power online still if he's not out of harm's way. If he is out of harm's way.
Right.
Maybe that could be the idea here. Because he definitely is playing for KOs. That was the idea of this Pummeler's pickup.
That's true.
He's not here to core control. He's here to take lives.
Yeah, 3Z does line up, does get out of harm's way quite a bit. So this glass cannon is actually building up and almost gets a goal there, but Luke and Hungry Boy, just such a tight backline here from overtime, and the full trying to get through the Joker, has to give up, and a great call out from Luke all the way from downtown, gets that triple take and that misdirection, and now the Joker's gonna get it. What a dash punch, and it's just so rough here for Zoom Polar Cortex. And
something I didn't even mention yet, Demolitionist is quite the pickup on this map as well. When one barrier falls, you usually see a second one close behind it, and that's 6 whole seconds to the Joker's kit back. And I don't really like Julie Dash Punch if I'm the fool. So
yeah, I mean, the Joker is getting the energy beat out. He is low, no evade, the full. And Joker doesn't die for free. He's not losing HP for free. He always kind of answers back with a barrier. Even if I die here, it's going to be worth it because I opened it for Hungry Boy. And Hungry Boy is going to answer back with a core flip. The Fool has to react here. He's holding it, and the Fool reacts. Great break here from Soonpolar. But the dash punch answers again by the Fool. Once again, triple take layered on, and finally a kill confirmed. Joker finally falls. But it's a power play. But what can he do? The glitch pop. The huge finish from Luke, and now Hungry Boy on the offensive. He just puts a turret in their face, and 3Z, gets a kill onto Luke, and then power play continues on, but the Joker's back. Julie goalie in the box, and Hungry Boy and the Joker have to buy 3 more seconds in their arsenal, and then they're gonna find it now with this rotation. Luke is coming up from the bottom corner. Joker setting up. Great rotation from the full. 3Z finds another kill. 3Z is unlocked. This Pummelers is gonna see some value here. Huge finish. Once again, this Monumentalist is such a huge pickup from overtime, and 3Z sights up the missile. Luke just hits down the corner, wins against A, and Hungry Boy comes back to power play neutralized. Once again, 3 power plays, all blocked here from overtime, and the core's gonna go faster, but I don't know who's going to come up ahead when it's overtime right now.
My goodness, not going to find the KO right there.
There
and frankly, though, we've seen so many KOs on the side of Soonpolar Cortex at this exact point, and we haven't really seen the point.
Yeah, that's so rough right now, and it's match point here from overtime. They really haven't put the pedal off the metal, and we have to find something from Soonpolar Cortex, but I'm not sure what it's going to be, Alex.
Maybe like 8 KOs, and we might see the ball go into the net at this point. Unfortunately, I can't say I blame them either. There's so many creations to get through. The Julie's pressure of dash punch and that suffocating offense. Like, where do you go? What do you do?
Yeah, 3Z just forced to go all the way back, and the irrelevant Joker contesting the Fool's core flip there, and they can make these plays. They can do these aggressive plays because they're so far ahead. The Joker even just punching 3Z Breezy, even though they're so low, just believing in their evade and the follow-up, and great redirect coming out, and the Fool is holding like a master in the master goalkeeper that he is. Luke also taking over the midfield though, and it's a power play surely for Soonpolar Cortex, but why is there so much pressure on their side of the field? And now Joker's gonna come back. They finally equalize the barrier count. Both nets are open now, and if it's the point they need to win is this one, this tournament life on the line, 3rd place and 2nd place difference, and the Fool coming in, getting it to A. I mean, 3Z getting beat out by the turret, and the Joker's gonna try and kill confirm. That's good. But the glitch pop coming in, and the Joker just finishing it all.
Oh, man, what a team composition. What an awakening draft for the side of overtime. And what could they do? It didn't matter how good they were, it felt like.
No, it didn't. And Soonpolar Cortex, unfortunately, they were so close to getting into grand finals first, confirming 2nd place at the very least, but that snowball against ABAB just really got to them, and now they find themselves 3rd. I mean, very respectable. This LAN was stacked.
Absolutely.
But congratulations to overtime, who we're gonna see them in grand finals against ABAB, who I believe is Dropletto, Bond, and Cardbox.
Yeah, they're working overtime right now, and it doesn't stop. They got a lot more to give. I can't wait to see a reset potentially. I mean, I said I'm a little biased, but like a reset's always good for viewership, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, when you look at the reader count here, Alex, like it doesn't look that different, right?
No, not really.
But the score itself is so different. I'm really not sure where the difference came from here.
I mean, the creations were doing most of the work, I feel like. Once they finally got like a solid attempt, like it was really on their side, it feels like they didn't need many redirects. It was just, you can't do anything. You drop the finish special on the barrier, you drop the IME special on the barrier, you have Joker with the dash punch to follow up off of it. Like, you don't need many redirects, right? Just need that one chance.
Yeah, that was really scary, and it's gonna be hopefully maybe not as much damage in the upcoming ones, because we've seen a lot of damage in the past 2 games.
Yeah, I don't think Soonpolar wanted to see that start either, if I'm to be honest. I think they really like their, as it's affectionately called, their kitten comps. We want to see that X era set up maybe with a Mako, or at least some variation of that with an era at the center there.
Yeah.
But you can't be picking that into that much damage.
No, definitely not. And overtime, we're going to see more overtime and ABAB in the upcoming grand finals. So we'll be right back with some different casters.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.